Hello there, you are traveling with Nana T, and we are visiting Dublin, Ireland. We visited at the end of October, and it was still very green everywhere. It's no wonder Johnny Cash's inspiration for the song 40 Shades of Green came from this beautiful country. We flew into Dublin from Cologne, Germany. This was our first experience with Ryanair. And although we learned a few things along the way, I will admit, any time that we land safely, we are satisfied customers. I'm traveling with my wonderful husband on this trip. We had a blast, and we started off at the Dublin Castle. Ireland's flag is a symbol of peace. Designed by some French women, it represents both the Irish Catholic in green and the Irish Protestant in orange. The white in the center represents a lasting truce between both groups. Ireland is part of the European Union, and they use the euro as their currency. Here you can see the EU flag, blue with the gold stars in a circle. I'll put a link to the Dublin Castle in the description so that you can go there to get additional information. I will tell you, it is massive. It was established in the early 13th century on the site of a Viking settlement. For centuries, it served as the headquarters for the English. And in 1922, following Ireland's independence, it was handed over to the new Irish government. It is now a major government complex and a key tourist attraction. The castle is open 7 days a week from 0945 to 1745. Last entry is 1715, and until the end of 2021, tickets to the castle are free. But make sure you book them online to secure your time and date. Also, before you visit the castle, check out their website and search under the tab, What's On. You will find all kinds of really cool things going on at the castle during your time of visit. For instance, right now during Halloween, they have some really cool mystery stories that's been recorded, and you can listen to them through their website. Pretty cool stuff, huh? To save a little money, it's important to go to the website of the tourist place that you are going to visit to see if their tickets are cheaper than booking a tour that includes the place you're going to visit. When you get to the castle and you're getting your tickets, if you need to go to the restrooms, they are right on the side of where you get your tickets. And then as you enter the castle, there's going to be lockers available for you on the left-hand side. Those lockers are free, and just so you know, you're not allowed to take large bags or backpacks into the castle. So make use of those free lockers.
And it's a no-no to sit on the throne. Unless, of course, you know one of these people. However, you're allowed to take photos inside, just no video and no flash.
The Bank Bar and Restaurant on College Green in the heart of Dublin. It was a short walk from the castle, and it offers a farm-to-table menu, plus an extensive bar menu as well. I'll leave the link here in the description area, but check out their website for yourself. So on the 2nd of July of 1892, the Belfast Bank acquired this property from the British Common. The construction project that followed is a symbol of the grandiose Victorian splendor, and it took 2 years to complete. The interior is made up of beautiful stained glass ceiling, detailed tile floors, and spectacular hand-carved plasterwork, as well as several mirrors placed throughout the restaurant.
So check out this mural on the wall going upstairs. It's an address to female rebels by a countess. It says, "Dress suitably in short skirts and strong boots, leave your jewels in the bank and buy a revolver." I believe this is still good advice today. What do you think?
We had the fish and chips, of course. We love fish and chips. A Guinness, followed by coffee and an apple baked crunch, accompanied with a sweet thick cream and fresh vanilla ice cream. And it was absolutely delicious. Talk about delicious. Check this out. It is a gourmet cotton candy company called Carnival Sugar. It's a little family-owned business in Oklahoma. They have something for everyone, even sugar-free cotton candy. Okay, so why am I talking about Carnival Sugar? Well, take a closer look here. Travel with Nana T is sponsoring a giveaway on their site. Free Belgium chocolate. Straight from Belgium, of course, with any of their Belgium waffle cotton candy orders. And by the way, their Belgium waffle cotton candy is out of this world. So order today and get free Belgium chocolate while supplies last. Check out their site often for other cool deals. Now, back to Travel with Nana T. Okay, so we were super excited about visiting Dublin's #1 tourist attraction, the Guinness Storehouse. It is a little bit of a walk from the city center, but just keep following the signs and I promise you will find it. Also note, if you decide to partake in their luscious beverage, feel free to get your drink on because there are taxis waiting on you right outside. Guinness Storehouse is a must-see on any visit to Dublin. It's housed in an old fermentation plant in the heart of St. James Gate Brewery. The Storehouse tells the story of Guinness, and they do an awesome job at bringing their history and heritage of this world-famous beer to life.
We spent a few hours here and absolutely loved it. Seriously, there was so much to see. This place is humongous. Just make sure you buy your tickets online. That way you have a reserved time and date. Because like I said, this is Dublin's #1 tour attraction. And there will be a line waiting to get inside. I always do my very best to book our tours and tickets ahead of time online because it saves time, it saves money, and it often saves frustration. However, Guinness Storehouse is one of the few places I would have gladly waited in line to get in. Yes, it was that awesome. And because this place is so big and it is possible to capture all the Storehouse has to offer, let me just share a few fun facts about Guinness with you. So during our walking tour of Dublin, our guide pointed out different parks and schools and housing areas where Guinness has donated in a very big way. They make a huge difference for the local community in Dublin and of course all over Ireland. But it goes further than that. Did you know Guinness is known worldwide for their generosity? Check out their GuinnessGivesBack.com for different ways they donate in America. And of course, the Guinness charities have been around for a very long time. In fact, the Guinness brand was established in 1759. Arthur Guinness was so confident he signed a 9,000-year lease for St. James's Gate Brewery in Dublin. And today, Guinness is brewed in 49 countries. It's sold in 150 countries. And the world enjoys Guinness at a rate of 9 million plus pints a day. Now, for the coolest fun fact about Guinness. In 1951, decades before Google, the Guinness Book of World Records was started by the managing director of Guinness Breweries. And it all came about with a discussion in a pub. Dublin has about 750 pubs, so you can imagine how many stories get started in a pub. Speaking of pubs, we also did a Northern Ireland tour, and our amazing tour guide Peter shared his top recommendations for pubs in Dublin. So make sure you check out that video too to get some insider information on pubs. And for more info about Guinness, go to their website, www.guinnessstorehouse.com. They offer several different types of tickets and experiences. We chose to deal with a selfie on our beer, and this was big fun for us. Upstairs, they have an engraving area, and while I was online getting our tickets, I also ordered an official Guinness pint glass and got engraving on it. You pick it up. It's really cool the way they have it set up. You go upstairs. Normally you get a little code, and then one of the lockers pop open. And there it is. They have a very big gift shop downstairs, which is super nice. We picked up a couple of really cool shirts here, and of course some magnets. We thoroughly enjoyed our experience at the Guinness Storehouse and would highly recommend that. I would go as far as to say it was the most fun thing we did while we were in Dublin. Well, we had a lot of fun while we were in Dublin, so that's saying quite a bit.
So our tour was $17.63 each, and it included 2 hours of a walking tour through Dublin with Dave. Dave was awesome. He's a great storyteller, full of history. He was so nice. He answered everybody's questions and just made sure that everybody was safe and comfortable on the tour. He took great care of us. So let me mention now that when you go on these tours, make sure you take some extra cash with you and be a good tourist and tip your guide. So in this walking tour, we're going to see Christchurch, Leonardo da Vinci's Dublin Connection, walk over the Millennium Bridge, over the River Lefty, through the historic west end of Temple Bar, see St. Mary's Church, and so much more. I'm going to throw some subtitles in there through the walking tour so that you know what you're looking at. We covered a lot of ground in these 2 hours. Oh, and we're going to see the spire. The huge, striking monument stands in the middle of the O'Connell Street, just across from the famous General Post Office. And it's almost 400 feet tall. It cost €5 million to build. So the locals have a love-hate relationship with this thing, but I'm telling you, it's impressive. And at dusk, the top of it lights up and you can see it from all over. It's just it provides this beacon of light in the night sky over Dublin. Again, it is super impressive.
It was bought, I suppose it was erected really to create an rejuvenation of the policy. And we in Ireland, so, but we don't mind that. But it's really nice, isn't it? Now, we have a couple of names for it here in the city. Some people know it as the erection at the intersection. Other people call it the stiletto in the ghetto. So really it's up to yourselves, whatever you think. Nothing to do with the tour either, but this is my favourite sign in Dublin City.
So the General Post Office is probably the most famous historic building in Dublin. And if you want to understand a little more about the uprising, Google the historical significance of the General Post Office. And while we were talking about post office, Melinda, a good friend of mine, asked about green post boxes. During this time period, all the post boxes in the United Kingdom were red. So were the ones here in Ireland because they were ruled by the United Kingdom. So one of the very first acts of the new Irish government in 1922 was to paint all those red post boxes green.
Now entering the old city. So this was Dublin Castle here, and these are the various castle gates as you go around here. And basically the river Liffey would have flowed down there, and we're there. And
we highly recommend walking tours. Just make sure you read the reviews. Most of them will explain the amount of walking and provide details on what you will see. Just remember that when you book a tour, pay special attention to where the tour starts and where it ends, because usually on a walking tour, you will end up at a different place than where you started. Every country has a story about their struggles and their battles and being invaded, and in this part of the world, much of that history is tied to the Vikings. This is just one of the many things we learned while on our walking tour with Dave. Did I already mention how much we enjoy these walking tours? Seriously, you will learn a lot about the history of a city on a good walking tour. So the city of Dublin was preparing this area for a building site when they discovered all of these Viking artifacts. Of course, they preserved them.
There's a lot I can create just by allowing myself, setting a few boundaries free, gently just letting myself go to follow my intuition. And there's a lot I can do wrong without doing much, selfishly detaching myself, comfortably just seeking for a place to hide. This feeling is growing, but my hands are tied. I'm bound to this confusion.
You know, whether it is good, bad, ugly, brutal, complicated, the facts remain. Every country has its own history, its very own story. And the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland has one of the most complicated, yet most fascinating stories ever written. Visiting Dublin is like stepping back in history. They offer many tours and attractions and museums and historical buildings and sites where you feel as if you can almost touch the past. Dublinian actually offers a living history of Vikings and medieval Dublin.
Slip into your hands, find myself just looking at you, closer to the edge.
Talking about stepping back in history, don't miss Trinity College, which was established by Queen Elizabeth I and founded in 1592. But, you know, even Trinity College has a complicated past. Catholics were not allowed to attend the college for almost 200 years. And then, 100 years later, in 1871, the Catholic Church banned its members from attending the college, a ban that lasted until 1970. And if you want to see the Book of Kells, they sell out fast right now. Due to COVID restrictions, they can only allow so many in at a certain time. So unfortunately, we had another tour booked at the time that they did have some slots open. And so we walked up and tried to get in, and of course, they were all sold out. So make sure you book online. And of course, the campus is open, so you're more than welcome to stroll around. We really enjoyed walking around on the campus here. There was so much to see.
To blossom, hoping to break through the storm.
Cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. She was a fishmonger, sure 'twas no wonder. So was her mother and father before, and they both wheeled their barrows through the streets, broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh.
Later if you want. Okay. That way we're not trying to eat and listen to music.
return once more, till I return once more.
Look at her mask on.
Stormy seven seas.
Besides history tours, there's a dozen different pub crawls. I mean, you are in Dublin with 750 plus pubs. Plus, you have a choice of themes when it comes to the pub crawls. But no worries. If you miss one of these tours, just head to the Temple Bar area and you will find several places offering live music most every night of the week.
Okay, fine, I said hi, but I did not say goodbye. What do you want? That's my style. Don't be mad, I'll be sad. I get drunk so quick it's bad. I'm flattered you missed me in the middle of the night, and everybody's happy, but when it does not start a fight, they call them Irish goodbyes. There's no ticking time, no standing in line. We just head to the back and we fly. And when they realize it's late in the night, they're asking, oh, why did he leave? What do you want? That's my style. Why don't you stay for a while? What goes through your mind when you leave with no goodbyes? So many random people that I don't even like. There's Tommy, there's Taryn, a wink and I'll give a nudge. They're different of mine since youth, they will not hold a grudge. No. They call them Irish goodbyes. There's no taking time, no standing in line. We just head to the back and we fly. And when they realize it's late in the night, they're asking, oh, why did he leave? What do you want? That's my style. Why don't you stay for a while? Irish goodbye. Why don't you stay? They call them Irish goodbye. Why don't you stay? They call them Irish goodbye. Why don't you stay? They call them Irish goodbye.
For live music.
Decide to count down.
And talk about live music. Have you ever heard of Eurovision? Well, if not, do yourself a favor and watch the movie with Will Ferrell. You can thank me later. At any rate, Eurovision is a huge competition that Ireland has set records for winning. Yep, little old Ireland is full of all kinds of surprises. They have taken home the title 7 times and are the only country to win it 3 times in a row. Sitting in this pub, enjoying live music, you have to wonder how many artists start off in these pubs. When you have a moment, look up Johnny Logan. He won Eurovision twice as a solo singer. Yep, you guessed it. He sang in pubs. He actually sang in pubs while he was doing his apprenticeship to become an electrician. Well, that wraps up our Dublin visit, and we hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's called Travel with Nana T. And for those of you who don't know, I'm retired. I've actually retired 3 different times. This last time was so that I could start a travel company, which was about the same time that Sassy Miss C threw a hissy fit and decided to stick around for a while. Needless to say, I had to cancel all my bookings and put my travel company dream on hold. It was actually my sweet dear husband who encouraged me to just push past the nonsense and just go travel. He reminded me I had been working for 40 plus years and had earned the right to cottywomple. So with his support and approval and some of the Sassy Miss C restrictions being lifted, I decided to free my inner gypsy, and my first solo trip was 24 days long. It included 5 countries, involved an overnight ferry, dozens of trains in different countries, boats, ships, taxi, buses, metros, hikes. Yes, I logged over 100 miles walking, and it was fabulous. So I'm in the process of posting those videos with travel tips on traveling safely, traveling solo. So many of you have asked about my itineraries, so I'm going to start doing something a little different. Be adding the itineraries with travel tips to the end of my videos. So travel buddies, I would love for you to join me by subscribing to my channel. Please like, share, and provide comments because I do read them and appreciate your feedback. This time I'm setting up the itinerary so you can screenshot it, but again, give me some feedback and let me know what works best for you. Until next time, go travel because life is better when you cottywomple.
And when they realize it's late in the night, they're asking, why did he leave? What do you want? That's my style. Why don't you stay for a while? Irish goodbye. Why don't you stay? They call them Irish goodbye. Why don't you stay? They call them Irish goodbye. Why don't you stay? They call them Irish goodbye. Okay, fine, I said hi, but I did not say goodbye. What do you want? That's my style. Don't be mad, I'll be sad. I get drunk so quick it's bad. I'm flattered you missed me, but thanks for the whiskey. They call them Irish goodbyes. There's no taking time, no standing in line. We just head to the back and we fly. And when they realize it's late in the night, they're asking, why did he leave? What do you want? That's my style. Why don't you stay for a while?